This is the Cholo News Report for Thursday 11 July 2019. In the 27th Annual Excellence in Sports Performance Yearly, Morgan earned the SP for Best Female Athlete, beating out overall Women's World Cup alpine skiing champion Michaela Schifrin, Brenna Stewart of the UMass Seattle Storm and gymnast Simone Biles. Breeze is the unlikeliest of all-time great quarterbacks, just 6 feet tall. Barely recruited out of high school, he fell to the San Diego Chargers in the second round of the NFL draft out of Purdue in 2001, and was doubted by most of the league when he became a free agent after a career-threatening shoulder injury in 2005. Kirstie Ennis, an athlete for most her life before suffering severe injuries in a helicopter crash while on active duty in Afghanistan, received the Pat Tillman Award for service. 5 of Iran's Ayuk Navy gunboats unsuccessfully attempt to seize control of British oil tanker British Heritage in the Persian Gulf, according to 2 anonymous American sources. The Royal Navy's HMS Montrose warns the boats to back away from the BP shipping tanker, which they do. The incident is allegedly captured on an American aircraft's camera. The incident is yet another flashpoint in a series of maritime episodes involving Iran, coming less than a week after British Royal Marines stormed an Iranian ship that was suspected of carrying oil to Syria. At the same time, concerns are rising in Europe and the United States after Iran began increasing uranium enrichment after saying it would no longer comply with the nuclear agreement it signed in 2015. United States Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Gen. Joseph Dunford said Tuesday that the United States and its allies were working to put together a coalition of countries to come up with a system to enforce freedom of navigation in the region amid what the United States says are heightened threats from Iran. Sir Kim Darroch, the United Kingdom's ambassador to the United States, resigns his appointment amid public disagreements with US President Donald Trump, initiated by a series of leaked diplomatic cables in which the ambassador criticized the president. In a letter to the Foreign Office, Sir Kim said he wanted to end speculation about his position. The current situation is making it impossible for me to carry out my role as I would like. Mr. Johnson was asked repeatedly by fellow leadership candidate Jeremy Hunt whether he would keep Sir Kim in post if he became Prime Minister, but refused to answer. And certainly, according to well-placed sources in Whitehall, Mr. Johnson's decision to avoid criticizing President Trump and his lack of support for Sir Kim was said to be the straw that broke the camel's back. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit dismisses a lawsuit by the state of Maryland and the District of Columbia against President Donald Trump, citing lack of legal standing in challenging payments to President Trump's private properties by foreign customers. In its ruling, the Fourth Circuit Appeals Panel said that Washington and Maryland's interest in enforcing that clause is so attenuated and abstract that it raises the question of whether their lawsuit is an appropriate use of the court system. The panel ordered a federal district court judge in Maryland to dismiss the suit against Trump with prejudice, which would bar the plaintiffs from relaunching the case. That judge had earlier denied Trump's bids to toss out the case, which led the president to appeal his decision to the Fourth Circuit.